Have you ever jumped into any game and instead of going into the objective of the game, you just start messing around with the movement mechanics? This is what this video is about. The entertainment found in Titanfall's movement mechanics. My name is Size Matters, and this is Entertainment in Movement. This is not to say that Titanfall is the only game that does fun movement, and neither am I saying that it only applies to FPS games. At its core, Titanfall is about fast-paced combat, and through this is where all other mechanics from the game are built. This is shown in the way combat is crafted, from the inclusion of bots to always engage combat with, to the ability to carry 3 weapons of choice for every scenario of combat as to not stall the player. But nowhere does the fast-paced nature of Titanfall shine more than in its combat system. In Titanfall, the player has the ability to slide, wall run, boost jump or double jump, zipline, and the ability to use a grappling hook. The player is given a very wide variety of choices to traverse the playing field. However, the variety in movement is not the sole reason for its entertainment in movement. Rather, it is what developer Respawn allowed to be combined. A player in Titanfall can shoot while running, then reload while maintaining that same run, initiate a wall run, and jump off straight into a slide and keep the momentum going. Add in a grappling hook or any available zipline and the player just keeps going. This is what differentiates Titanfall from other FPS with similar movement mechanics. The heart of the core gameplay pulsates through every action taken. Take Call of Duty Infinite Warfare that had many of the same movement mechanics but failed to achieve its fast-paced combat design because it has the player stop sprinting for a reload or stop running for a hipfire. However, just allowing a player to string all these movements along isn't fun either. Players enjoy a challenge, and this is given to them in Titanfall through movement. A pilot in Titanfall can at any given moment slide right after a sprint. However, the rate at which they slide is diminished without enough speed. Equally, a player can initiate a wall run by simply approaching the wall and jumping parallel to the direction of travel desired, but without enough speed, the wall run ends short. Here, Titanfall encourages the player to maintain a speed to be able to really pull off those high-flying moves around the map. The challenge doesn't stop there. Wall running distance is finite, so the player must be ready to bounce from wall to wall if they desire to keep going. Similarly, many maps have areas designed to force the player to jump from wall to wall, even though the in-game mechanics would allow for a much longer and easier wall run. This is to keep the spirit of the core design always in the spotlight. The player must always be on their toes and always on the move, searching for their next encounter. The animation of the pilot also helps to support the illusion of momentum. Notice that through a slide, the pilot angles their weapon and brings it closer to their chest as to close their body and minimize drag. Similarly, when the pilot shoots while running, you can see their arms striding along to show that the player is still running. Another game that features amazing traversing mechanics is Overwatch. It is fun to skate along the map with Lucio, jump over high walls with Winston, and similarly with Junkrat, or fly around with Pharah. Overwatch takes all this a step further with their spectacular animations. For a great analysis of this, watch Dan from Extra Credits video about it, link in the description. So, what am I trying to say here? This video is to showcase that movement in FPS games can be used to provide entertainment and not just to reach the player to their next objective. Oftentimes, playing one of the Battlefield games, you find yourself running until you find combat, then the entertainment starts. This is not to say that an FPS has to maintain a high octane of entertainment at all times. Early Bioshock games suffered from walking from one distance to another to engage an enemy or trigger a story element. Then, Bioshock Infinite allowed for rides on the Skyrail, and that added a layer of fun to the movement of the game. Platforming sections in FPS can be made fun when given a variety of choices to traverse with. You can see this with Call of Duty Black Ops 3 embracing this through their inclusion of parkour time trials. The point is, movement is a very large factor of the entertainment value of a video game. I am happy to see a growing movement into showcasing this. Titles that have announced changes like Battlefield 5 having the player slip in mud, be thrown back by a large explosion, or dolphin dive in multiple directions. Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man bringing back old school swinging traverse, BioWare's Anthem letting you move like Iron Man, or Smash Bros. Ultimate returning with a possible wave dash mechanic. So, ask more from your video games, and when a game says it features run and gun mechanics, expect this over this. Hi guys, thanks for watching. If you want to play a game where the core gameplay is movement, I highly recommend Snake Pass. It is a bit tough, but insanely fun. For another video talking about movement mechanics, check out Mark Brown over at Game Maker's Toolkit. He has an excellent video on Mario's Jump. Anyways, thank you for watching, catch you next time.